What's up, y'all? It's your boy D-STÄL with another D-STAL'S Extra Point. This is a recap of the offense for the Ravens versus the Bengals at home Thursday night. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope y'all have Thanksgiving. Like I said before, don't let this game get y'all down. And especially don't let this offense get y'all down. Lord. But let's recap this offense. Of this loss against the Bengals. Like I said, 32-14. This offense, man, these last couple weeks has just been subpar, mediocre. Of scoring points. And like we've been saying, it starts with the offensive line. Now, I will say this. My wish came true. Like I said earlier in the video and during the week, was it last week or so? And last game, the recap from last game, Emory Jones rotating on the line, but he was rotating at left guard between him and Andrew Voorhees. But it needs to be a rotation at right guard too, because Falele still ain't it. Falele still ain't it. He's getting, on that first turnover, he gets backed in right into Lamar. Lamar scrambles. Yeah, he should have held on to the ball. He fumbles, but the reason why Lamar got to move because of Falala. Again, getting bull rushed. Again, like always. On a stunt where Rosengarten, man, is the one who got the sack on Lamar, strip sack, but it's all because Falele got backed into Lamar, and then it led to Rosengarten's person that he was blocking to go chase, freed up him to go get Lamar. So that's how that turnover happened. Then we start getting the groove a little bit. Lamar was missing a couple throws. I think a lot have to do. Yeah, he's still gimpy. He looked a little better running. He looked a little better, like he's felt a little better. I don't think the toe or anything, his injuries was bothering him that much this game because he was moving around better. But I feel like it's just something's not clicking with the offense. And I think, like I said, it starts with the line. Sometimes he trusts the line too much, where he got to go. He should have ran. Sometimes he don't trust it enough, and he don't settle. So it's just like indecisiveness because he don't know what to do because his line is so unpredictable. Rather they're gonna block somebody, or they're gonna allow somebody to come and hit him and sack him. And he got hurry up, throw it away. Seen that on that one rollout play. When Falele, again, let the guy come through, hit Lamar. And Lamar got thrown away. A waste of a play because one guy didn't do his job. And it's the offensive line, specifically the right guard. Then he hit Isaiah Likely. Likely was open. Likely is a fast tight end. He can run. But I felt like he was trying to score so bad. He hurdled. He did a one-hand thing that he does. I mean, he did that in the playoffs last year against the Steelers. But he got too loose with it, and the guy came behind, hit the ball, out his hand, out of nowhere, when he's about to score and reach out in the end zone, but didn't in time, and the ball rolled out bounds, got a touchback. Just got to hold on to the ball. Just go down. Run to the sideline. Go out. We just gonna punch it in because Derrick Henry actually had good runs this game, and we didn't stick with it. That's another thing. And I heard Ronnie Stanley say in the presser that we should have ran it more, but it is what it is. Then Lamar with the tip ball. He was trying to throw to Andrews. Andrews was coming over. He was coming open. got tipped. That would have been a touchdown, but it got tipped because likely this another likely play. He didn't block his man well, so they should have switched the roles on that. Likely should have went out on a pass on that and have Andrews block. But what can you do? Then you have Zay Flowers. No, before that, Lamar Jackson in this. I question this turnover though. That throw, that when Lamar's trying to pump fake the ball, I thought that was a tuck rule. What Tom Brady, the Tom Brady rule, basically, a tuck rule. It's still in your hand, it goes forward. They trying to say that it was coming out, his hand was going forward, but it looked like it was a tuck rule, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just questionable. This refs play a big role too with the offensive mistakes too, especially with the catch with Zay Flowers in the deep in the back of the end zone. That was a touchdown, and they trying to say he extended with the arm, say it was a offensive pass interference. Get a little shove. When Jamar Chase earlier in the game did the same thing, they didn't call it. I seen it earlier in another game. A receiver did that. I think it was the Cowboys game against the Chiefs, and Pickens did that. But with Zay Flowers do it, he's small. He's a smaller guy, and they called it on him. Like the thing is, when he did it, the guy behind him was still running with him, and then he caught the ball. It wasn't like he pushed him and then caught it. Like that's how I felt like they was giving the game to the Bengals. It was just some dumb it was just dumb official calls by the refs. It was just dumb. Didn't make no sense, no consistency in their calls. And then, like I said, the last turnover, Zay Flowers, even though we was trying to come back from 2 scores, fumble the ball, he got work on that. Got work on just getting down, holding to the ball, high and tight. Can't do that. Lamar missed more than a handful of throws. I think a lot to do with this weather. I heard it was windy out there, and it's a little cold. It was cold and windy. And this was like our first coldest game the season the Ravens had, and we should have done better. Should have been more prepared, because next week we got the Steelers, which a game that I'm actually going to. But the Ravens got to do better, especially on offense. This make no sense. How Lamar don't have a touchdown in 3 games throwing the ball? That got to change. Shout out to Derrick Henry. He did the best he could. He scored on that first drive. Beautiful run. Shout out to Keith Mitchell. He scored. Beautiful run. Toss run to the side. Offense overall got to do better. Bateman couldn't even get a catch. Hopkins had a nice back shoulder. And Andrews had 1 or 2 catches, but I think he had a drop too, so. And then Taz Walker, you got to make those catches deep. If people been jumping up and down for Taz Walker to get the ball deep, he had a chance. He dropped the ball. You got to hold on to that in situations like that. He had separation, caught it, got tackled him, dropped it. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. You got to catch it, period. That's no excuse. One thing I will say Lamar was pushing the ball downfield more aggressively, and we should have scored, but overall, offense didn't do good. It was mediocre, too many turnovers. Got home to the ball, got a block, period. That's all you got to do. But other than that, offense got to do better. Got to score. The offensive line, I don't know what's going to happen with them. Emory Jones did pretty good subbing in. He had 1 penalty, but he looked better than Voorhees at times. Voorhees didn't play such a bad game either. Falala, that's who they should have rotated. But, of course, they're not going to do it because of Harbaugh. But one thing I will say, Harbaugh did take accountability of the turnovers he's as a coach. I got to make it known that everybody you got to hold on to the ball. And I respect that from Harbaugh. Finally, he took accountability in his presser. So, other than that, lost. Divisional game to Joe Burrow, who was determined. He just looked like he was determined to try and win this game and play spoiler. But it is what it is, you know. We'll bounce back. Steelers next week, Sunday, 1 p.m. That's a game I'll be at. Just gotta bounce back. We'll be all right. Changes, some more changes gonna have to be done though. That's all I'm gonna say. Special on offense because we need a score. D-Styles extra point, vlog 19, part 3, recap of the offense. See you next week.